What's up, everybody? This is your host, Chandler. With me tonight is...
It's ya boy, Matty Boy.
Woohoo! And you're listening to The Dark Side on Cardinal Radio. We thank you all for joining us tonight. And we thank you all for joining us on YouTube at Pilot Shorts on YouTube. Search that, check it out. It's an awesome time. Well, we got a lot of awesome things to talk about tonight, including Kong Skull Island, the trailer that just came out, and a little bit of Kubo and the Two Strings. Just saw that recently. Old news. Raisin in the Sun being performed here at SVSU. Sam Raimi talking about the Last of Us movie, and a little bit of, what was my third? Side-by-sides of the new Beauty and the Beast movie. All this and more tonight on The Dark Side. First off, let's settle in here. Let's talk about some stuff. Matt, how are you doing this week?
This week, not so bad.
Not so bad? Everything good?
Bad. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
far so good.
So far so good. So we're using Audacity to record tonight, and hopefully that...
The audacity.
You have the audacity to do things like this.
The audacity. The audacity.
We definitely know how to kill time here, don't we?
Yes. I just spotted a random will passing in the halls.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That there is.
All right.
Let's get right into the news.
Let's get to the news here on The Dark Side. All right. So first up, we've got the official trailer for Kong Skull Island was released, I believe, late last night, and it premiered on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Didn't see that, but supposedly...
what I did see from that Jim... Oh, no, I'm getting all the Jimmys mixed up. It's so confusing. There's two of them. I was like, I saw Metallica. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, it's not Jimmy Kimmel. It's Jimmy Fallon. It's just too many Jimmys.
So many Jimmys. Well, Tom Hiddleston, who everybody knows, is Loki, and what else has he done?
Loki, Thor's brother, God of Mischief, Loki.
Yeah, I love that one. He came on, apparently on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, dressed as a gorilla, and presented
rest
the trailer.
in peace, Harambe.
Yeah, and presented the trailer. So, really quick, we're gonna... Sorry for an immediate cut. The blasphemy! But we're going to cut and we're going to check out the trailer. I've already seen it, so I will be the commentator, I suppose, for this round. And Matt will get a good look and check it out. So here we go. Kong Skull Island official trailer. That was the trailer for Kong Skull Island. Matt, what did you think?
Honestly, it kind of took away from it for the most part. It was just a I don't know. There's a little too much revealed, I feel. Some of the humor was funny, but it seemed very out of place. It's a very serious thing. It's just like humor. It's like, no, that doesn't feel right.
We're not in that kind of situation. I kind of like the way I'm kind of looking at it is it's a great expansion to the legendary Godzilla universe. Yeah. Where it's like, okay, yeah, stuff is happening, more things in the world.
They're establishing that monsters exist outside of just Godzilla.
I feel like Legendary is the Marvel of the Godzilla franchise. They're gonna come and they're gonna thrust some life into it.
They're tie-in movies.
Kong is gonna be like the Guardians of the Galaxy of these movies.
Yeah.
And I don't know entirely how I feel about that.
Well, the thing. There's a shot where the dude's smiling and has his aviators on. There's the big explosion in him. I'm like, that looks kind of tacky. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those cheesier ones where I'm like, that doesn't look cool. And when Samuel L. Jackson's standing there, it's the flames and it's Kong's face. I'm just like, eh.
It's definitely made by somebody who's like, I love monster movies and war movies, Vietnam, yeah. But
I feel like they showed too many creatures, the skull crawlers, and you know what I mean, the giant spider.
Yeah.
I would just show them fighting. You know what I mean? Just the soldiers themselves firing at things.
Just the teaser trailer would have been it was a fine trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're what is on this island? I feel like just because obviously like they're flying in for the first time and then the helicopter goes down because like, is that a monkey?
Is that a monkey?
Like it like takes him out. I was like that soon? You're gonna, you know what I mean, get Kong involved in it? Like I know that's the name of the movie, but like that soon? I expected more like a Jaws approach where it's just kind of like, okay, you hear like the rumblings, like what's that? Like I don't know.
I imagine it's going to be at least, if it's not at like half an hour in. That's what that kind of feels like.
I feel I would say half
minutes?
an hour. No, I would say half an hour. Like it will be like half an hour, like 20 to half an hour, like 20 minutes to half an hour in.
You know what? This is good for pacing for other movies because it's like Godzilla. They're like, well, not enough monster. Now we're gonna overload you with all the monsters. You're on Monster Island now. You know, we're gonna show you everything.
See, like the thing is just like Kong in this aspect. He's so like big, and it's just like well, one, you can't fight him. Obviously, you can just run from him. But why would Kong really care? Like there's just these small people there. You know what I mean? I understand like the whole like bombing thing. Like okay, like at first like that makes sense when I take out the helicopters. But once they get out of the helicopters, is he gonna be like, I'm still real mad about it.
But at that point, I think what the situation will turn into, and sorry if we end up spoiling this somehow, because you know we
potential guest spoiler.
Yeah, we kind of know this stuff.
Yeah,
from our experience in movies of watching them, we kind of know how the formulas work. I think it's going to go. Kong's just doing his own thing. The bombs start dropping. He's like, okay, this is a threat to my home. Take him down. Then he's like, okay, these guys can't fly anymore. They're really basically nothing to me. And he walks away. But Samuel L. Jackson, he's not going to have no monkey mess with him. So he's going to start dumping gas and stuff into the lakes, try to burn him alive. It's your own fault. It's going to be it's a situation of it's your own fault.
Yeah.
You could have left him alone. But then I feel like that's where that's going to go. I don't know how the Skull Crushers... Crawlers fit into it still.
Yeah,
that's like
when you first was like that, and I was just like, oh, is that the giant spiders? Like that'd be crazy. And then it was something else, and I was kind of like, oh, okay.
The giant spider shows up once, and
yeah,
they're probably gonna kill it really quick.
Like, and the thing is, like watching it, it really like excites me if they made a movie where there's just like it's just an island with all these crazy creatures on it, and you know they crash land here, and they have guns, and they gotta get off.
And that's
like,
about
that would be cool.
That's about what it's looking like, but. The thing they could have done with this trailer is ambiguity. Like, you see all these monsters. You even see, like, the kind of non-threatening, like, they establish, like, it's not just crazy killer monsters. There's this giant...
There's also people. And you're like, okay.
Oh, there's people, and there's, like, this giant, what was it, like a cow thing?
Oh yeah, the giant oxen.
Yeah, giant oxen. It's like
I saw that. I was like, that looks really cool.
Yeah,
like I saw that. I was like, I saw like the skull crawler things. I was like, eh. And I saw the giant, like, you know what I mean, oxen. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, and I like that. That's establishing. It's like the world. Yeah, there's a lot of giant monsters. They're not all like super killer crazy things. They're just like that's a giant ox.
Yeah, I was
just doing its thing, and I like that. What I would have liked is to get that reveal in the movie, like. If they would have done something like, there's just crazy, like if it was like over the radio, it's like there's just crazy monsters here and everything.
And also with like the giant ox thing, like you can tell like what that's gonna be. Is they're gonna be like walking and they see that in the water, and they're just gonna just like lift up from the water, like, oh, it's alive! My god, it's a king! God.
And it's like until they actually
speaking of kings.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest for you tonight. What is he called?
He's the king of the homeless.
King of the homeless. Ladies and gentlemen, to the studio, welcome the king of the homeless.
King Alexander, first of his name. Here I am with my captain of the guard, Sir Matthew.
When did you become captain of the guard?
2 months ago. I applied for the job, and it was a nice interview, and I got the job.
And there were at least 4 other competitors. All of them had no legs. Matt was the only legs. So, kind of had to, I don't like to discriminate.
Privilege.
Privilege.
You can't give a job as a guardsman to a legs.
You know, I was
they can't chase the criminals.
I was wondering how I was going to justify the thumbnail. I know now how to justify the thumbnail.
Yes.
Take a picture of yourself and send it to me.
All right.
Yes. Find a lovely picture.
People are welcome to come donate to the homeless.
Come donate to the homeless.
Yes, we are collecting. Anybody in those boxes that's collecting money for Cardboard City. So
Come down to if you're on campus, come down to the rotunda right now and donate to a good cause.
to a good cause, yeah.
It goes to the help the homeless.
It goes to
Help the homeless.
yeah.
Help the homeless.
Goodbye, my liege.
Goodbye.
We'll topple
Anyways.
monarchy someday.
Anyways, I will say also in this trailer, John C. Reilly's character seems very oddly out of place.
It's crazy out of place. I'm trying to. There's a very funny reference on there. The back of his jacket says, "Good for your health."
Oh, what's that a reference to?
Have you ever seen like the Adult Swim show he does, and it's like, "Good for your health," and he's like,
Oh,
the crazy guy.
yeah.
Oh,
That's funny. That's actually really funny.
Somebody on Tumblr caught that. I'm like, oh, that's so funny, but he's crazy. Yeah, I don't. Unless they explain it, I don't know how he fits.
I did think the joke in there was funny. Like I call them skull crawlers. I've never said that out loud. That really sounds really dumb now.
It sounds really dumb now that I say it out loud. I don't know.
That was funny. And then just like, oh, what a good group of boys. They're all gonna die together. I was like, okay,
you shouldn't have come here. It's like
you shouldn't have come here. So it's like, well, okay.
That's like people with the Vietnam PTSD. In like 20 years, what does this guy have it? Well, I imagine I know why this guy has it now. He's been living on an island, giant monsters for
These indigenous people, and he's just like,
we're all gonna.
You shouldn't
die.
have came here.
More than me is just gonna die. That'll be interesting. Maybe that's they're gonna be like, we lost a couple planes in the South Pacific one day.
Yeah.
And he's like part of the script.
Yeah, I definitely think that as well, because it looked like he was wearing like a bomber jacket when he first sees him, and he has like a little like captain or like you know what I mean, that type of Air
pilot.
Force hat, pilot hat.
I really want to see, because I'm really into like the whole Monarch storyline they have going. That's the government group that monitors all these things. And it's like they have an interesting storyline with like there's a comic you can read about it where it's like we're searching for Godzilla and all of these other things that have shown up, and I really want to look into that. Otherwise, trailer.
I don't know. Yeah, this trailer, like the teaser trailer, sold me more than this trailer would.
Yeah,
but like I don't know. I kind of feel like my opinion of this movie has kind of changed. I was like, oh, yeah, that looks really good. Now I'm just kind of like, I feel like it's an average movie now.
It's gonna be a fun popcorn movie.
Yeah,
it'll fill some seats and people.
But
enjoy it.
I just like watching this. I feel like there's gonna be moments in the movie where I'm gonna go, you know what I mean? Like not right.
I don't think
I don't like after watching the trailer. I'm like, this movie isn't going to be as smooth as I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
The one part,
I don't know. I still have faith in it. It's just like some of the cinematography. I was like, eh.
Yeah.
And then just some of the comedy was very.
It's like maybe that will be fine in the moment.
I will say like I think like my problem, like I said, like like you get like Kong, like the movie's about King Kong, and I'm like that's the part I'm least excited for. I'm excited about everything else but Kong, just because it's like he's a big gorilla. I know him.
The whole movie is basically, listen, in 4 years we'll put Godzilla and Kong together. We just have to get there first, and it's like that's fine. Just give us a fun movie,
Yeah.
I understand. I think part of what they're doing is like Kong is. I don't know what honestly I can't figure out what they're doing because somehow it's supposed to tie in with 33, but it doesn't. But it's supposed to, but it doesn't. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
John Goodman, his character. Let's do this because we saw a lot of stuff go down in that trailer.
Oh, who's who?
Even in the teaser trailer, we saw a lot of stuff go down. Who's dead in this cast already?
Oh, who's dead? John C. Reilly dies. Samuel L. Jackson dies for sure.
John Goodman
dies, but towards the end.
He's the guy that knows No, I feel like he's more towards the beginning. He's like, I know.
Tom Hiddleston lives for sure.
Oh yeah, all the way through with Brie Larson.
Yeah, having Brie Larson live, of course. Maybe Tom Hiddleston dies, like saving Brie Larson, and she's the one that gets away.
Yeah, that would be the thing.
So I feel like this movie either it'd be Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson, or it'll just be sole survivor Brie Larson.
Yeah,
because I can't kill the girl. They can never kill the girl.
Kong likes his blondes.
That's true.
Yeah. Terry Notary is Kong. I don't know who. Oh yeah, he's a motion capture.
Yeah.
Actor. I am
Yeah,
100% sure it will be a fun popcorn movie, just like Godzilla was. Godzilla was a fun popcorn movie. It stuck to the formula really well.
It had some flaws in it, which kind of, you know what I mean. Like some of the acting wasn't the greatest. There's some plot holes in there. You're like, oh.
It's like, why did you get Bryan Cranston was the glue that would
why he was the glue and you killed him.
You killed him
Spoiler,
right away.
sorry.
It's
right away, so
it's
not
right
that much
away.
of a
It's not a spoiler. It's like even Bryan Cranston was like, man, you watching the movie now. I wish they would have let me go to the end, because that would have been something.
Yeah.
If he would have been like the scientist who figures everything out, I was like, we could do something different. But nope, they killed him.
Yeah, they could have been like the Jeff Goldblum, from Independence Day.
Yep.
They hadn't been that character.
That character is not allowed to live anymore. It's just like, he knows too much.
He knows too much.
And that's just like, that's John Goodman and John C. Reilly's character right away in the movie. They're like, they know too much. Of course they've got to die. That's the whole experience.
I imagine that John C. Reilly will not be in very much of that movie. Who knows? Maybe it's John C. Reilly that makes it out in the end.
He's just like,
he's a bumbling idiot.
The smoking helicopter comes out of the clouds and lands on the ship. It's like, hello. I
haven't seen, I haven't been in the military for 20 years. Got shot down a long time ago.
Huh. Where's everybody else? You shouldn't have come here. That was a fine group of boys.
That was a fine group of boys.
They shouldn't have come here.
And they're just like, oh, God, he ate him. No. This giant gorilla did, I swear. This giant gorilla skull crawler. That still sounds dumb.
Two-legged. Actually, those might be a reference to the original movie. Because there's some like two-legged monster that attacks the guys. Man, yeah. The most dangerous creature is man.
The most dangerous game.
Moving on, we've got
Kubo,
Kuba, and the
Kubla Khan and the two strings.
Saw this not
like an hour and a half ago.
Really good movie. Honestly, it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it.
Very solid, huh?
Yeah, and it wasn't like, yes, it would be a good movie just to like have your kids sit down and watch, but you might want them to be like older kids, and adults could sit down and watch this movie.
Yeah,
it's that.
That's the type like I feel. It's just like, yeah, if you're an adult, you'll still enjoy this movie. It's not like a kids movie.
It has a pacing problem, I'll say.
Oh, really?
It's a really touching story, and there's parts where it's like, tears, but
is it like flashback stuff, and you're kind of like.
Oh, no. There's like, I think there's flashbacks in the form of his origami art. He tells stories, and that's about it. But there's it's got a pacing problem where they're on a quest. The whole movie's about this quest. You see it in the trailers. He's got to find these 3 pieces of this armor.
There's always 3, and
it's just the story is going. But suddenly it's like bam, bam, bam.
I was gonna say it's just whoa. Let me guess. They spend a lot of time finding the first piece of armor, and then a very short amount of time finding like the second and third, comparatively.
Yes. Well, it's like okay, first half an hour, let's set everything up. We know Kubo. That's it. We know he's got some weird paper powers. Why? I don't know. You'll get that later.
Paper power.
I do like that. They don't reveal how everything works and why it's happening until way later, and I like that. It's like a really nice reveal. And now looking back on like the trailers and everything, those are some pretty good trailers. They did not reveal a lot, but they got you interested in what Kubo was. The animation, Leica can almost do no wrong in their animation. It's very beautiful animation and stop motion. It just has a special place in my heart. Their digital stuff, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, like you can tell it's like, well, obviously they probably had to use digital for this and digital for that and digital for this, but it's hard to tell. And I like that. Yeah. I think they did a bit of the Lego movie route where they'd like render things and then they'd like play it back at like half the frames, which I don't have a problem with that because in essence that's a form of stop motion. So it works. Good movie. I highly.
Who played the beetle guy? Was it Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey.
I know the baboon is Charlize Theron.
Yeah. very good. I didn't have a problem. It's like Matthew McConaughey always comes off as hey.
All right.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I will say
he comes off that southern.
Like no, like in every role, like I've seen him play like very different and like serious roles. He always kind of has that. All right.
He kind of downplays it in this one, and it's an interesting character.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey just has that accent. Like that's just how he talks.
And it's a charismatic accent.
It is.
He can do no
smooth,
wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he can. Like he's made a lot of bad comedies in the past, and like he went down then up. It's very, very, very interesting career path for him.
This is definitely part of the up because it's a fun movie. It's a straight through. You're gonna feel it's a tearjerker at the end, and you're gonna get the feels. And I don't fault it for that because it's some pretty. It will make you feel good.
I'm trying to remember like the last movie that I watched that was like, ooh, hit me right there. You know what I mean?
Made those tears come out.
I can think of like TV shows, but not movies.
Oh, what was the last TV show that did that?
It was Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Game of Thrones. There's just like a moment, like I can't even like I can't get into it because spoilers, but like there was just like a moment where it wasn't sad, and I guess you could consider it like happy. It was almost like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. I can't really explain it without getting into spoilers, and I can't do that because it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah. You're supposed to vamp.
Oh, A Raisin in the Sun.
Yeah, we're moving into Raisin in the Sun. Me and Matt, we here at Saginaw Valley, they're in the middle of their production of Raisin in the Sun. By the time this comes out on YouTube, it will be done. But if you're listening live, let's see if we have any listeners. Oh, we got one or two.
We love you.
Hello. Go check it out. It's a pretty darn good show. The acting was really good.
It was amazing.
These are all college actors, people starting out, but God, are they pretty good.
For starting out college actors, wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Wonderful.
If they don't get any work very soon, it'll be a crying shame because everybody is doing
especially, what was the guy's name that played Walter?
Dante.
Yeah, oh my goodness gracious!
He's got so much energy and power,
and
he brings to the role.
And and that's what the role like needed. You know what I mean? You just don't want this like stoic kind of.
Oh yeah.
It's just because it's a very emotional character, and it's just like, wow, it was fantastic work through and through.
Weak points in the show in acting wise. Why did I bump the mic? I want to talk about this first, just because we'll sing this show's praises in a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like the weak points were. I'm gonna try to bring up the page. SVSU. It's like I searched it already. Who played? Who did she play? I think we have to. I don't want to go to. She played
Benitha,
I believe.
That's the sister.
The sister, yeah.
Yeah.
She, I feel like, could have brought a little bit more energy to the role.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I thought you did. I thought you did fine. It was like I read the play and I was like, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, about accurate. And we in theater class we had watched some like clips, you know what I mean, from other things, and like saw, you know what I mean. Like it was like the one like where she's doing like the African dance or whatever, and she was like right on point. You know what I mean, with like the other actress did.
I'm gonna try to bring up Facebook on my computer.
Okay.
The review is out. They have this reviewer who comes in most every show and talks about it. Another weak point would be Joe Green as the representative from the housing association.
Really, what?
I just feel like
critique?
There was something about him that wasn't sincere, and it's like his character's not sincere in what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants to like buy these people out of moving into the neighborhood
because it's an all-white neighborhood and it's a black family, so they're like, no.
And it's like I understand his character is already there and it is not supposed to be
Yeah,
sincere.
I guess now that you mention it, like I do see what you're saying, but yeah.
Otherwise, everyone was just fantastic, and it really blew me away. And there's some moments of extreme tension in the show.
Yeah.
And the pacing was so good because the tension would come in and then it would fall just at the right time. It would be like a satisfying fall, and you just feel really get a really good feeling out of it.
And it is a longer play, but it doesn't feel that long.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. What did we time it at? Like 2 hours?
Yeah,
2
hours.
It's a 2-hour play, but darn it if you go in there and you feel like you've spent more than like an hour.
We did spend like 3 hours there. That's because we waited like an hour.
Yeah,
like an hour extra for like seating.
And we definitely needed to because we got in there. A popular show and everybody's loving it. As soon as we got in line, we were like one of the first ones in line. The line behind us got a little bit full really quick.
It was a pretty full theater as well.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to, if you can I might have it right here.
But the set, we were talking about the set was very well designed, I thought. Especially with like because there's a lot of like switching on
for you just to check out the set.
There was a lot of like those lights and like switching them on and stuff. I thought that that was really good. It just looked so nice, and it looked like time period wise looked right. I said it could have like the walls could have looked a little more like dingier.
Yeah. But I was supposed to talk to Jerry today, and I never found him. So
I was wondering. Like, hey Jerry, can we
could
set?
Yeah, we could go in tomorrow if you really want to. It'd be like, Jerry, tomorrow there's got to be time. Let us go. Let us observe.
There's not enough time.
There's no time. No time.
No time at all.
I'm gonna read the review by Janet Martineau. Okay. She comes into each of the shows and kind of gives her say so. She gives some pretty good reviews if she really enjoys the show.
Does she go easy or is it just kind of?
She's definitely takes it very seriously. So depending on the show, she will not take it easy. Like last year we did Sleepy Hollow, a kids show. She went easy. It was like it's a very good. It was a fine kids show.
Yeah.
This one, it's definitely there's a really high bar. It's like way up there. So here's the review from Martineau. Egads, Lorraine Hansberry's play A Raisin in the Sun may have debuted nearly 60 years ago in 1959, but it rings ever so chillingly true today. Without getting too political here, this story of a black family in Chicago seeking to break free of its suffocating economic and housing situations has some lines in it that just make one shudder given our current political and societal landscape. Sad to say, we have not progressed as far as we had thought from 1959. And Saginaw Valley State University sub-production of it, which opened Wednesday night to nearly capacity main floor audience, brings that message home even more severely. Wow, is this show good? Making SVSU history as the first production featuring an all-black cast with one small role for a white person. That's majority black. Yeah. Sorry. No, we're not going to get into that. The story deals with a black family living in a crowded and decaying home, an elderly mother, her two feuding adult son and daughter, her son's wife, and a 13-year-old grandson. When a $10,000 check arrives from an inheritance, the family struggles on how best to spend it amid living their everyday life. Their struggles become the audience's struggles. We can all relate no matter our color, economic standing, era, or city. Family dynamics are universal as hopes and dreams and the pull of society. Director Tommy Wedge assembled and directs an all-star ensemble cast. Andrea Garner is the no-nonsense matriarch. Dante Green and Jayla Gaskins are the feuding adult children. He seeking the money to start his own company as a way out of always working a dead-end job for the man. And she hoping the money will pay for her education to become a doctor. You can duck. Nope, never mind. Camera's on. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just absolutely destroy this name. Linjane Tiwamin is the son's suffering wife, trying always to keep control of his hot temper, and Isaiah Crawford, a student at the Saginaw Arts and Sciences Academy, is their absolutely adorable scene-stealing son. In smaller roles are Chase Rogers and Joshua Lloyd as two of the outlandish daughter's suitors, Devon Wright as the prospective business partner of the son, and Joseph Green as a nasty white man. Now, that's an interesting description.
Nasty white man.
Nasty white man.
It's true. I mean... Oh my goodness!
Welcome.
I thought the NSA went to bed at this hour.
And the king never sleeps.
We were just reading a review of the recent theatrical production of Raisin. You're standing right in the camera. Of Raisin in the Sun, my liege. Would you like to hear the review with your own ears?
Yes, boy, read it to me.
Okay.
Start the whole thing over again. No, I'm just kidding.
Dante Green absolutely rocks the role as the angry son. He just explodes from one side of the stage to the other with his rants, but yet you feel the deep humanity within them. His diction is perfect. His projection is perfect. She loves the diction and projection stuff.
Yes, and it was very good.
That's like that's one of her whole things, but it was all fantastic. His ability to instantly switch from total anger to soft tenderness is perfect. His nuances are perfect. Everything about his performance is perfect. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
he rocked my world.
Yeah, it was a perfect performance.
And Garner is the third standout as the matriarch, expertly made up to look much older and using her body to indicate it further as she struggles to keep control of her unruly clan. But as noted earlier, all the cast is excellent. There are occasional lapses of diction, but they totally inhabit their characters. Wedge's attention to detail is another hallmark of the production, especially when it comes to the dynamics of the set and its decoration and numerous real props. Loved the cityscape background, but overhead the home. I'll put the image up again. The background music, the period costumes, the lighting of the African dance number. Raisin is a must-see. It plays through to Sunday. So it sounds like pretty positive. Everything pretty positive from what we could tell.
Yeah.
And it was a really good show. Everyone in this room, if you get a chance this weekend, check out Raisin in the Sun. It'll blow your mind.
Go watch it. It was amazing. Amazing. Yeah, like I thought that Dante's performance of Walter, Mama's like that character, and Ruth, the wife, all three, like perfect.
Absolutely.
Definitely perfect in their roles.
And just the chemistry between them all was brilliant. Mm-hmm. It felt like this was a real family.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you know what? That's to the credit of the SVSU theater department.
Yes.
You walk in there, and once you spend like a couple of weeks, you definitely feel like you've become a part of the family. And it's like that translates to the stage as well. You walk in and you just feel like, yeah, I'm at home with everybody. And I feel like I can be myself around this person and be myself around this person. I sang if I were a rich man in front of people, and I didn't feel as scared as I probably would singing it in front of a bunch of strangers, because I knew they all wanted to help be constructive rather than like destroy a person, which I love constructive criticism. You have to destroy a little bit to build up some new stuff. But nevertheless, a very fantastic cast. The crew was really great. You know, they goodbye, my liege.
My liege.
Take care, men.
We'll hold the fort, sir.
Make sure to keep spreading my propaganda. Oh, I mean, good word.
Free Cheeto Tuesdays for the king!
For the king.
Free Cheeto Tuesdays every Wednesday.
It's Taco Tuesday on Freedom Friday on a Tuesday. Yeah.
And we'll have Spaghetti Tuesdays every Wednesday.
Scheduling is very, very mixed up. No, definitely. I'm gonna go see the show again on Friday, which would be tomorrow.
If I'm around, I might go see it again as well. It was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely phenomenal. Definitely recommend it. And just like, it's like, once again, like raving over Dante's performance, just like seeing it performed by like Denzel Washington, and I forget the actor's name. I feel really bad about forgetting the actor's name, but he's
which version of the show?
Old, like 1970s, like film version. Because I remember watching a movie with him in it, and he was very good. I think it's the guy, like, they call me Mr. Tibb, or whatever. You know the one I'm talking about.
I think so.
I think that's the guy, and like a performance by him. Like, I saw both his performances, and it's just like, you know what I mean.
There's a 1961 film. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep.
Starring Sidney Poitier.
Yeah.
Ruby Day.
It might be Sidney Poitier, but.
Just powerful performance though.
Yes.
It rivals them.
We're just like, you see that, and you're just like, yeah, he was right on pace with that. You know what I mean? Like, he did his own thing, but at the same time, it's just like
it works.
It's not.
Really well.
Yeah, you just see like that performance, and you're just like, yeah, that's definitely like up there. You know what I mean? As far as maybe not like rivals, but you know what I mean. It's just like for a college level play,
pretty
amazing.
Good. Yeah. Well, with that, I think we're going to take probably a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll do some more talking about things. So keep listening if you're listening to The Dark Side on Cardinal Radio. Up next, we'll be playing... Oh, what should we play here, Matt? Let's check out the playlist.
My personal vote is Hit the Road Jack.
Hit the Road Jack? By Ray Charles. All right. We're going to play a little bit of this. You're listening to The Dark Side on Cardinal Radio. Welcome back to The Dark Side on Cardinal Radio. All right. So when we left, during the break, me and Mr. Matthew were kind of talking about the status of the Sam Raimi produced Last of Us movie, and we're kind of talking about the actress they have penned for Ellie in the movie is who is it?
Maisie Williams.
Maisie Williams, yeah, and how certain actors we wonder how they'd be able to shake their natural English accents. Tom Hiddleston does a good job in but he does. In Kong, you hear him, and he's like,
yeah, like I've definitely heard him. You know what I mean, without the accent, and it's like flawless. But there's other times, like when I saw Doctor Strange and Brenda Dirk Crumplescrunch, his accent kind of like poke through sometimes, where it's kind of like it sounds odd. You know what I mean? And I feel like Maisie Williams it'd be like one of those, because like. I don't know. Just like you'd have to hear her talk, and you're kind of like, yeah, that'd be hard to just go from that to just an American accent.
Right. Well, when
especially because like Ellie, like she has such a distinct voice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She's got that. Yeah, it's just like it's the teenage girl tomboy kind of voice, and it's like, yeah, it sticks in your head. You can't hear anything else, otherwise it sounds wrong. But jumping back to like the movie production, they're stuck at a standstill. Bum bum bum.
Imagine that. We hadn't heard about this movie in a long time. I remember they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make it," and I was like, "Okay,"
and that was it.
Didn't hear news for like a year, obviously, because this was in 2014 that they announced they're gonna do a movie.
Well, they were. This news is coming to us from IGN.com. It seems that Jem Vehoida, I guess might be reading that correctly. I can't tell. If that's
I can't really read it from here,
Yeah.
but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
You're racist.
Yeah.
Stinking
Dun,
racist.
dun, dun. I don't have my soundboard. That would be
Oh
better.
man.
But it looks like the problem at this point is the studio is trying to grab things. Yeah. The studio, like the big time studios and distribution is they're trying to grab things and be like, yeah, you listen, your ideas are fine, but we want this. And that's the problem with the big studio, big company system is they're the ones funding everything. They're the investors. And it's like whatever they want, you kind of have to give them a little bit because they're basically paying for a movie they want to see. And
Yeah.
and it's like this, for some reason they're convinced, yes, this is what we want to see. And what we want to see, everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
So this video game we've never played before because I don't live outside of my office ever. Do it this way because it'll be better. We'll get more sales. We'll get the middle-aged moms from Wisconsin to come watch our movie.
The thing too is just like you don't market it as a video game movie, and you could get so many people to come watch this movie. Like it's just a good story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a lot of times, like when you play a video game, like it seems good to you, but there's also just like if you translate it into like a movie, there's some like plot holes and stuff like that where it's kind of odd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like this is one of them where it's just like you could just watch just the cinematics and it, like, you know what I mean, it'd be as satisfying. You watch.
It's just be like, people are dying. These crazy.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't. Do they have Joel cast? The character Joel. Obviously.
Yeah.
The dad figure.
I had never heard. I heard about Macy
because
Williams.
I know who, in my personal opinion, I know who should play it because it was literally the first actor that like came to mind when I first saw Joel was Josh Brolin, and
yes,
because it's just like he has the accent. You know what I mean? Because he did that in No Country for Old Men. It's like my favorite movie. And like like hearing that, like I was just like I had to look up just to see if Josh Brolin did do the voice. You know, because that's what it's what he reminded me
to,
of.
like make sure it's like what? How is this possible?
All
It's
you
not
need to
him.
do is just like throw a beard on him, and he's you know what I mean. He's Joel.
He's Joel trying to protect Ellie in the
Just
apocalypse.
Put him in the flannel or whatever.
There he is. I mean, there he is. They got this image of the poster.
Well, no,
right
that's
here.
oh yeah, right there in the background.
That's Josh Brolin right there, right? I mean, that's him. That's just him.
But like if you look up
Look at it. Look at it.
Just look up a picture of Josh Brolin. I just want to see if there's one where like with a beard. And it's just like, yep, that's Joel.
Well, I'm gonna actually type in
Josh Brolin beard.
bearded
Josh Brolin.
Brolin.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh,
See, that one.
there. Yeah, I was gonna. Here it is.
Well, it's a goatee, but close enough.
Oh yeah.
Right up there. Boom.
There
That's
we
it.
go.
That's
Boom.
Joel.
I'll pop this one up.
See, look what's in the sidebar. There's comparisons
Oh my
of him with
God.
Joel.
Let me throw up here's the comparison.
It's just like, yeah, that's him.
Just do it. Just do it. Make it.
Like the one thing like right now is like they don't have like the same haircut, but if you know what I mean, if you put the same haircut on him,
Yeah, makeup can do anything with his hair.
Well, like Josh Brolin has like this like longer hair that's like part of this way, and Joel is kind of like the just shaggy hair.
It's movies. We can do whatever we want.
But yeah,
Anything's possible.
It's just like to me that's him.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like if you watch No Country for Old Men, it sounds like Joel, and you know what I mean. Joel sounds like him.
Right. Well, here's a good picture. Like he looks a little bit like.
And
Joel.
like just like Josh Brolin, like the characters he plays, like he plays a good no nonsense character. Like think of Men in Black 3, where he plays young Q, like the no nonsense type of guy. Like he's a very good actor. He plays a no nonsense type of guy in No Country for Old Men as well, and it's just like that's the type of guy I want. That's my vote for who should play Joel if they ever do make this movie, which they probably won't.
This thing is dead.
Yeah, it's dead, which is a shame. I mean, you could just be like, all right, let's just leave it at the video game and have it be that. Although they are making The Last of Us 2, so. But it's just like,
Is that confirmed?
oh yeah, I know that they've announced that they're working on Last of Us 2 because Last of Us 1 ends pretty openly. Like you know what I mean. There could be more game after Last of Us 1. But yeah, it's a really good story. Really good post-apocalyptic story.
Oh yeah, I watched Markiplier play through it.
Yeah.
Take that.
I just
as
watched
you will.
just like the cinematics. Like I watched a no commentary playthrough. Like they actually played the game, but there was any commentary.
Have you seen like there's a channel on YouTube that's the Batman Arkham. They do and I think they also do the GTA series, and they do playthroughs of all the games, and they're just amazing. Like they do the hardcore playthroughs.
Is it like flawless?
It's like, okay, here's how you beat the game flawlessly, and you hit everybody at this rate and at this point.
Yeah.
And you get all the achievements this way, and it's like, my God, who are you people?
A long time ago, this is when we first got like satellite. There was an actual gaming channel.
Is this G4?
No, it wasn't G4. It like we had Dish Network at the time, and it was some channel with like Dish Network. I remember it was like 3,000 something. You know what I mean? Like it was like towed away. But they did that. They'd play through entire games in like 1 hour, and it was like flawless. Like you know what I mean? Like a flawless like edit. Like you know what I mean? You just watch that. And I remember watching it. But there's also like another one where they did playthroughs, but it wasn't as flawless. You could like see him mess up sometimes. Because I remember like the dude was playing Hitman. He died like 3 times in a row or something like that. And I'm like, that's funny.
And then the internet came. The dark times came.
I want to know what that channel was and what those shows were, because like it was so good. They had like trailers for games and stuff. It was such. To me, it was like, think of like a more professional like G4. Like there wasn't really like personalities on it. Like they did like top 10 like lists maybe. Oh, almost very reminiscent in the style of like Watch Mojo.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, it was a lot like that. You know what I mean? As far as how, because they do like, I feel like countdowns and stuff with like just games, and I remember I loved watching that channel.
Well, now we're getting into our dark times. We're going to talk about the live-action Beauty and the Beast movie.
Beauty and the Beast.
There's here on IGN.com, once again, there's a compare and contrast of the new movie, or the old movie, in comparison with the new movie. And it's looking shot for shot almost. Kind of like
to me, it's always like weird comparing them, because like Disney princesses and them just have like the really big eyes.
Yeah.
So it's just for direct character comparison, it's never like, you know what I mean? Never looks quite right, because it's just like you can't have those crazy facial features that the Disney characters have.
I've got 100% faith in Emma Watson.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna definitely kill it. But it's like, why? They're pitching it at this moment as a shot-for-shot remake of a cartoon, and it's like,
so far, like the Ghost in the Shell. You've seen the trailer for that, haven't you?
Yes.
See, like I never watched Ghost in the Shell. However, like I saw like it wasn't like this was like a video, but they showed like like the scenes, and it looks like Ghost in the Shell is a shot-for-shot remake, like to a crazy amount. You know what I mean? Where it's just like it is direct.
Hey, look, it's Chip.
Oh, that's kind of okay.
It's interesting what they're doing with, like, it's painted on eyes kind of.
I can't remember the last time I watched Beauty and the Beast, to be honest.
It was a long
I literally cannot tell you the plot of the movie. I know the beginning. You know what I mean? She's strapped there. Can't tell you. I don't remember this part with the wolves. Do you?
No. But I'm
assuming Beast comes and saves her.
Yeah. The more I look at it,
does Beast have a name, or is his name Beast?
In the films,
in
it's
the
just
and the Beast.
Beast.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because I was like, is that rude? Because I was like, I wasn't sure if that's what you're supposed to call him or not.
I have
just
no idea.
Beast.
He's
Beast from X-Men.
I've not seen the official trailer.
Neither have I.
Here we go.
Okay, might as well.
Man, March is going to be a good month for movies, I think.
Yeah, I thought that. Oh, you had it on autoplay. You had it on autoplay. All right, like, do your professors, or just like any teacher, like they're always like, all right, let me show you this YouTube video. They play it, and then like the autoplay starts going, and like they just kind of like ignore it, and I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's gonna start.
It happens every time too, and it's just like, just turn it off.
Just stop it.
There's a little thing on the side. You know what I mean? You just click like autoplay.
They don't understand. And I don't even
I see it every time, and I'm like, do I say something? Nah.
Do I save the situation? No, I'm gonna let this baby burn.
I just watch. But seeing the Beauty and the Beast trailer, I watched it and I go, yeah, it's a live action Disney movie. It's literally, you know what I mean? It's just
it feels
it might as well be animated. It doesn't really affect.
You might as well have
visually. I mean, visually it does look impressive. Beast looks good.
We've already had accounts of people mistaking it for actual makeup, and if it does come out that they actually did prosthetics, then shame on us. We think it's CG at the moment.
No, it's CG. I say that with confidence, but the
dude's gonna walk in the door with his Beast outfit on. It's like, what'd you say?
There's like a scene where it's like the light was reflecting off of his face, and you're like, you see like that's CG. That's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always like that look to things where it's just like 9 times out of 10 you can tell. You can tell when it's CG.
You know what? I think I can deal with this. This one seems like it's not, like Snow White and the Huntsman. They're not trying to revamp like something.
No, this is like shot for shot.
This is shot for. It's like they're
taking. We're just remaking the movie in live action.
For some reason, we feel like it would be better this way. It's like, well, you're probably hitting up on the younger market, but if it's good and if it's actually somehow better than the animated movie, we'll let it go. Because I'm open to that. If you can make a movie better than the original, I'm open to that.
1991, the first Beauty and the Beast came out.
Old as dirt.
Some are even older. Like, how old is Snow White? Snow White is ridiculously old. I didn't realize how old that movie was.
From the 30s, I believe.
That's from the 30s? That's even older than I thought it was. I thought it was like 50s or 60s.
Snow White? Yeah, man. That was back in the day where they would hire actors and basically film the entire movie live action and then use the reference to draw everything. Way back in the 30s, and then they made Peter Pan and did the same thing. They did that.
Peter Pan's that old?
Peter Pan, I think, is from the 40s or 50s.
Okay, that's still a lot older than I thought it was.
I'm gonna check my sources. I'm gonna double check.
It's just like with these movies, it's just like they've always been there, so you never like wonder like when they were made.
I don't want all of these Snow Whites. I want the original. Give me the original. Ah, there it is. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
1937. See, that one I kind of believe. You know what I mean? Like, it's colorized now. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Well, it's colorized then.
It was colored, yeah. It blew people's minds.
But, like the way the animation, like Peter Pan, I just feel is like a...
1953.
1953. Yeah, that makes some more sense now.
The Disney hater. What else?
Disney movie. Hey, see when Mulan was made? Because I know that's definitely like a more recent one. But I want to say I want to know how recent.
I want to say
2000s.
No. I didn't. 97. I'm going to 97.
Yeah.
And that's already 98.
98.
Missed it by a year.
The year I was born. Yeah. Dating myself.
God. So they want to reproduce. It's the 20th. They're going to bring out the new version of Mulan on the 20th anniversary, I think. Which is kind of sad. Why are we, on it's not even like if it was. Beauty and the Beast is like 30 years old. I don't even know if I can give that, as much leeway. Be like, it's okay to do a remake at this point. I don't feel like that's okay. And it's like Mulan is even more recent, and I just don't feel like that one's okay. But apparently somebody at Disney thinks we should be doing this.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Disney
Here's one of my favorites. 101 Dalmatians is one of my favorite Disney movies, and that's from like 61.
61.
The 60s Disney movies. They've got that swing to them, like they do all the swing music and stuff like that. I can dig it.
I can dig it. It's been a while since I've seen any Disney movies, to be honest.
We'll wrap up the show soon. Should we go watch some Disney movies?
No, I'm quite all right. There's a reason why I don't watch them. Everyone's just like, oh, I love watching the Disney movies, and I sing along, and I'm just like, these were like fine.
They're fine.
Up until a point, and then they stopped, like, you know what I mean? They lost their charm along the way. And not everyone loses their charm. I still love Mulan. Like, that's my favorite Disney movie. Mulan's so catchy. Like the songs.
Let's get down to copyright.
Let's get down to copyright. And then you think of like Pocahontas. Pocahontas, like all the colors of the wind. It's just a beautiful song. Mm-hmm. And like you know what I mean. Some of them, like some songs are good. Some songs are kind of.
God, man.
I don't know. There's just a lot of more movies. It's kind of like meh than there are really good ones to me when it comes to Disney ones. I'm trying to think of other Disney movies, and I'm like, oh, I just love that one.
The good one for me.
My vote is Mulan though for my Disney.
Fox
movie.
and the Hound was one I would watch a lot back in the day.
I mean, no, I know I've watched Fox and the Hound, but it's been so long, you know what I mean, that I just don't. It's like I've never seen it because I just don't remember anything.
The weird thing about that movie
I just know like
is
Thumper, you know, and like the rabbit, right?
Fox and the Hound. Bambi. You're
Bambi
thinking
and
of
Bambi. See, like it's been such.
Bambi is so old. Where's Bambi? Hold on, Bambi. Where are you, Bambi?
These movies, I don't know.
Bambi was
they all blur together.
1942.
Oh wow!
My dad saw that in the theater. They must have like done like.
Oh yeah, they're a re-release.
They did like 10 different re-releases for that movie.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I know your dad's not that old.
Oh yeah, no. But he always talks about. I was like, yeah, I saw that in the theater as a kid, and it's like, man, they just must have re-released that thing every like 15 years. It's like, all right, is it time for Bambi? All right, put it out. You know, or maybe like theaters just had like they kept the reel, and it's like, let's play Bambi today. You know?
Yeah. Like, well, we can play Bambi.
Let's make some kids experience death today. You know?
Yeah, let's teach some kids how to deal with death.
That reminds me of a funny bit from the Animaniacs. The Animaniacs, Netflix, it's there. Watch it. Such a good show, but I think one of the characters was like Slappy Squirrel, and her like nephew or grandson or whatever. They're watching Bambi-esque movie.
Okay.
And like the mother dies, and the kid's like, she's dead. He's like having a hard time dealing with it, and like Slappy Squirrel's like, I know her. She's not dead. She's still acting. She's been in like 3 other movies, you know? And she's like, she's trying to like tell him, it's like, she's not actually dead. It's just a movie.
I'm trying to think of like, what are some like children movies where characters die? You know what I mean?
Atlantis.
Oh, who dies in Atlantis?
Everyone dies, man.
That's right.
The freaking Leviathan, like I like as soon as
forgot about that.
I got to a certain point in age, and like I watched that movie, like, and like he does the speech like 500 of the finest men and women I've ever met. It's like 500 people. Oh my God, there were 1,000 people on that. They killed them all, and then like all the people who down in like the volcano at the end of the movie. There's a lot of people die. It's like I don't know if I can justify the loss of. It's like I'm getting all patriotic here. It's like I don't know if I can justify the loss of all these American lives just to save these people living underground. Man, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, another movie, and like this movie is known for the death.
Oh,
it's just kind of spoiler alert, but Bridge to Terabithia. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I remember like I was just watching because it was on TV, and I was just watching that movie. Like I was like a younger kid, like 10 or 11. I cried so hard. Are you kidding me? It's like it comes out of nowhere. Like I'm like, what movie am I watching? Like, what? And they make it so sad because it comes out of nowhere.
You just hot, and suddenly it's like,
yeah,
it's your fault. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was like during a. Oh, and he like goes back to the house, and he's like, dead, and you're like, what? and you're like, no, surely it can't be, and it cuts to the funeral. And you're like, what? You're like, oh my God. And it's like the after. What do you call that? Like the afterwards, like the meal that you have. I think isn't that called something?
I think it was just a dinner or
just
something.
Like just like the dinner afterwards, and they're talking like the. You're like, oh, this is real. Died.
My heart. Whoa.
Yeah, because you're just like, oh yeah, playing around and died. Like a died. You're like, oh my God, like that's terrifying. I remember,
God.
like along with if you watch that movie. Especially if you don't know what it is, you're crying.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, man. Movie that... I was a really wimpy, stupid kid. Everything made me cry.
That's okay. I
mean...
mean,
my God. My mom used to watch this movie all the time. And it had, like... I can't remember who was in it. But it was, like... It was something about, like, this chick gets a divorce. And her and her daughter go to live with their mom. And, like, the mom... spoilers. I'm already bleeping out half the things he said for fun, but it's like the mom dies, and it's just like, oh my god.
Talking about What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
No, but that
also happens.
That is one of those movies.
That's another one too, because that's Leonardo DiCaprio playing a mentally handicapped person, and he's just
Johnny
he's like, "Mama, wake up!" And you're like, "Oh no!"
And Johnny Depp's just like, man, I don't know how to deal with this.
My God. Another like a movie like that'll still always make me feel sad, maybe a little teary-eyed. I won't cry at this movie anymore because I've been calloused by it. But especially like I remember like I watched this again after a while. I was like, oh my God, you know what I mean? It got me. Is the end of Forrest Gump when he's talking to Jenny at like her grave.
We can't end the show like this.
You're just like,
man.
Oh, he's like talking about the son. He's like, he's so smart, and like, oh,
we can't end this show like this.
All
man.
right, I wonder.
But good like, movie, feel good movie.
A feel good movie. Oh darn it! God, feel good movie. Rocky. I mean, you always feel good at the end of Rocky. You're like,
you know what?
You watch Rocky and you're like, I could box. I could do it.
You know what? Sad ending, but makes you feel good. Iron Giant.
Yeah, it's a lost but won type of.
It's like, oh man, but we learned.
The Iron Giant. Yeah,
we learned he could be. You know what? I always forget his name. Hold on. I gotta do my IMDb.
Vin Diesel?
No.
Is he the voice of Iron Giant?
Yeah, he's the voice, but why did I could have searched Iron Giant. But show me some credits.
I'm trying to think of what other movies just like, oh.
Brad Bird. God bless it.
Brad Bird.
After you're done with Incredibles, if you want to remake Iron Giant in a live action format, I'll do anything to be on that show. That's what my life's become. I'm just begging to be on movies. I want to be in movies.
Yeah,
so bad.
I'm trying to think of what other movies are just like that get me sometimes. I Am Legend. There's one where you're like,
oh, dude, don't even.
Like both, like, you know what I mean, the part with the dog and just the end of the movie. If you don't watch the alternate ending, because I had the DVD with the alternate ending, and he lives. Yeah, and you're just like, oh, okay. That's the thing. You know, the actual ending, like the book ending of I Am Legend, is really interesting. Have I told you? I think I've told you about it, maybe, but I'll tell it again. Basically, in I Am Legend, like, so like the vampires and stuff, and you know how like Robert Neville, he takes them when he does experiments on them because he's trying to cure everybody, and eventually, like, like the vampires in I Am Legend, like the book, they kind of like evolve. And they start telling stories about Robert Neville, and like it's like a children's thing.
Is he like a monster?
Yeah, like they tell him like if you're bad, Robert Neville will take you away and do experiments on you. Like like you know what I mean? It's just like it kind of like switches
full circle.
Yeah, switches around. Yeah, that's why it's I Am Legend.
Oh yeah.
And that's just really like
that would have made an awesome ending to the movie. Like,
yeah, Robert Neville will take you away and experiment on you. He's walking down the street
and like the vampires are like looking down from the. There it is. You know, that would have been cool. All right, I think we're going to call it a night for our video podcast. So we thank you, everybody who has been watching. We'll see you not next week because
Thanksgiving.
Like Thanksgiving is coming out. Maybe we'll record something at some point just for fun.
It depends on what I'm doing on Thanksgiving.
Right. Well, not during Thanksgiving, but maybe before then to put out the next week. But this is coming out. I think I'm going to put them out on Wednesday. Tomorrow we're not going to record an episode. So come back the week after. Listen to us next week. Listen to us live. And then well, no, don't listen. We're not even going to be here.
Yeah,
come back the week after next week for the video. The week after this for everybody listening. I'm so confused. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be right back with the live stream. We'll do a little bit more talking. We'll talk maybe more spoiler stuff. Oh, maybe. Man. Yeah. See ya, everybody. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.